Welcome back to the channel, lads. It's episode 39 of our Blackburn Rovers career mode. We've got 4 games to finish the season, and 2 of those games being finals. We've got the FA Cup finals against Liverpool. We've got the Europa League finals against Dynamo Kiev. And we have got 2 games to finish the Premier League season against Aston Villa and against Everton. I'll tell you what, right, if you give me the options right now, to either win the FA Cup and lose the Europa League, or win the Europa League and or lose the Europa League and win the FA Cup, rather, I'll take the latter. I'd rather win the Europa League purely because, as much as if you get yourself to the finals of every competition, you want to try and win it. We've already won the FA Cup with this team, but we haven't won the Europa League. So I would much rather win the Europa League. But 2 games to go in the Premier League, that is a trophy. That's a competition that I want to win as well. We have 4 points against Manchester City. All we have to do is win one of those games against Villa or against Everton. Fingers crossed we are able to do that. But it's a tough episode, this one. I'm not sure whether I want to play all 4 games in this episode, or maybe finish the season with 2 episodes to go. I'm not sure yet. But it will depend on the mood. It will depend on how these games go. Well, that is the starting 11 going into this one. Honestly, there wasn't much difference to pick from in terms of Tyrese Dolan or Bonnie. Both players at the moment not 100% and fit there in terms of just stamina. They are exhausted the amount of games to play this season. I'll probably end up taking Tyrese Dolan off and replacing him with Bonnie in the second half. I was going to pick any of those and it wouldn't have made any difference. I've just prioritized fitness here for which of those players I want to go for. But it's a massive game for us at Wembley. Oh man, this is the last time I'm going to say this. But imagine if we go on to win the treble, if we go on to win the FA Cup, the Europa League, and the Premier League. It would just be an insane season, isn't it? But like I said, if given the opportunity, which trophy I want to win, and between the FA Cup and the Europa League, it has to be the Europa League. And I believe as well that would be easier compared to facing Liverpool. Liverpool are a very good team. Yes, they're not in the top 2 or the top 3 in the Premier League this season, but they are in the top 4 at the moment, which makes them a very difficult opponent to face. And they have got Rodrigo, who's flying in the league, and I think he's the top goal scorer in the FA Cup as well. So he's both the top goal scorer in the Premier League and the FA Cup. It'll take some stopping there. And the right winger for Liverpool, he starts this game. Robbie starts as well. They've got the likes of Bayetic and De Jong in midfield. They've gone strong at the back compared to the last game that we faced them, and they've gone really strong at the back for this one. But it's going to be a tough game. I mean, it doesn't matter which starting 11 they would have put out for this game. I would have expected a really tough game here. Tsimikas played in the left-back position again. He started in that left-back position in the last game. But previously before that, good tackle there from 1J1. Did he manage to keep that in? I don't think so. It's an early corner. But previously, before this game and the last game, it's been Owen Bex playing in that left-back position for Liverpool. But this time, it's Tsimikas. Wow, Burrows, he started this one instead of Lund Hansen. That's because I want Lund Hansen to be nice and fresh for the Europa League finals. I might rotate both players at some point in this game. To be honest, the shot's blocked there. There isn't much difference, I don't feel, between Harrison Burrows and Lund Hansen. I think Lund Hansen is a little bit better going forward just because of his pace, his agility, his stamina to go up and down. Just slightly edges it, but defensively, I don't think there's much difference between both players. Oh, what a strike. It's a good save from Mamadashvili there in goal. Come on, both teams have sort of respected each other going into this game. Both teams have been really careful. Oh, he's offside. Oh, and Morgan Gibbs-White almost playing through Tyrese Dolan there. It's not even offside, is it? Maybe just his knee. Rodrigo, we've managed to keep him quiet so far in this first half. Long may he continue, because if you give him an opportunity, given the sort of form he's been in right now, I don't think he's ever going to miss. Robbie driving forward. There's space on that left-hand side. He's decided to go for Chiesa. Oh, Rodrigo was so free at the back. That's the end of the first half. Yeah, we've managed to stay in the game. We've managed to stay in the game. To be honest, we have stayed in games against Liverpool up until the last minute in previous games that we have played against them. It's staying in the game. That's the most important thing, isn't it? As long as we can stay in this game. Excellent defending. Koulibaly has been the most impressive defender of the back four. Daniel driving forward. His skip past Bayetic so easy. He needs support though. Is he gonna get it? Yes, he is. Morgan Gibbs White. Oh, trying to play him. Tyrese Dolan there, but quickly closed down by Sven Botman. He's a good centre back, isn't he? He's been so unlucky with injuries for Newcastle in real life. That's a big tackle. The referee's giving a free kick there. I don't think that's a free kick. I really don't think that's a free kick, man. Look at this. It's a clean tackle if you ask me. But then again, I'm always going to say that, isn't it? Oh, that's a clean tackle, man. There's not a chance that is a free kick. But Diogo Jota has been brought on here, and Brian Brobby has been taken off for Jota. We've got to defend the substitutions of our own. I did say at some point I'll take off Tyrese Dolan in place of Bonnie. We have done so. Harrison Burrows now on a yellow card. We cannot afford to risk that. He's been replaced by a good header there from, I believe that's Carter. Yeah, he's been replaced by Lund Hansen for the remainder of this game. Over the top. Oh, referee, come on. That's a free kick. It's Frankie de Jong to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's come into midfield here. Over the top from Trent. The goalkeeper in no man's land. You can't even blame the goalkeeper that much there. Where is the defenders? Where is the defenders? Look at the amount of space that Rodrigo finds himself in there. That is just unbelievable. Look at this. Yes, the goalkeeper shouldn't have rushed out of his line, but how has he found himself in so much space like that? Where is the left back and the centre back? That is just comical defensively. And goalkeeper coming out of his line just makes the finish much easier for Rodrigo. I did say that if you give him an opportunity in this game, he will punish us. That's not a time to concede, man. 10 minutes into the game. Can we pull it back here? It's a good ball. Nene, the touch too heavy. Oh, we haven't been too good in this game in creating chances, but Valterberger wins it high up. That is not the pass. Yes, I was looking for the through pass up over the top. But I was expecting a little bit more power, a little bit more accuracy, a little bit more precision in that pass. Oh my God, Adeyemi taking off here. A couple of substitutions for Liverpool. Or Adeyemi replacing Chiesa, it looks like, in that left wing position. If I'm not mistaken, they will let us know shortly. Yeah, Adeyemi replacing Chiesa. Oh, Rodrigo, no way, no way, no way. He makes it two, and just like that, our dream for winning the treble is over. Our FA Cup dream is over. I don't think there's much we can do now. 2-0 down against Liverpool with like 5 or 6 minutes to go. Yeah, it's game over. It's again another poor defending. Well, we have got to quickly get ourselves together. I'm going to take a little 5-minute break here after this, and before we come back for that Europa League finals, because performance-wise, this is not what I've come to expect from this team. We have been poor. Give credit to Liverpool, though. I tell you, give credit to Liverpool. And I think they have made us look poor. Defensively, I think they've been so good. And Jota could make it 3-0 here in the FA Cup finals. They keep going, just narrowly missing the far corner there. And that's it for the end of the game. Liverpool, the FA Cup winners. We came close. We came close, just as we did in the Carabao Cup, to be fair. Losing in the semi-finals to the same team on penalties that time. This time we're losing finals to them. I think we have won both games in the Premier League, if I'm not mistaken. But in the knockout games, they have got the better of us, which it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but you can't win it all. You just can't win it all. They're tough teams in this league. They're tough teams in these competitions, and you're always going to lose games to teams like Liverpool and some of your other and bigger teams in the division. But good performance from them. Defensively, they were so good. Like I said, this is probably one of our most difficult games in terms of creating chances. We didn't create too many chances in the game, and yeah, in the last 5 minutes off the screen, just trying to forget about the Liverpool results just before going into the game against Dynamo Kiev, the Europa League finals. I did say though at the start of this episode that I would rather lose the FA Cup if it meant we win the Europa League and of course the Premier League, which is the big one for us. And we have lost the FA Cup, and that means we absolutely have to win the Europa League now. I also did mention that going into these sort of games at this stages, any team that manages to find themselves in the latter stages of an European competition, they must have something about them. They definitely must have something about them. Dynamo Kiev. What I'm gonna do here is make sure there is no kit clash, just because I think both teams have got blue kits. I'm gonna go with our away kits here, and I'm actually gonna give them their away kit. Both teams playing with their away kits for this one, so there's no sort of home advantage. Some would say this. Well, I'm not sure. It's the PSV Stadium that the Europa League finals is being held at this season. It's a massive game for us, and of course, we want to win this trophy. If I'm not mistaken, right, the furthest Blackburn Rovers have gone in an European competition was the 2006-2007 Champions League season, where they were knocked out by Bayer Leverkusen, I believe, in the round of 16. They had some good players in the team at that time, Brad Friedel, and they had Bentley midfield. They had and Warnock, Stephen Warnock, that is, and Benny McCarthy is the big one as well, your top scorer that season, I believe. But it was a good season for them. Getting to the Champions League round of 32 is not bad at all. But that's the furthest Blackburn Rovers have ever gone in an European competition. Of course, this is not the Champions League, this is the Europa League, but we have managed to make it to the finals of this competition against the Ukraine side and Dynamo Kiev. It would be a tough game. I've said a few times, for any team to get this far in an European competition, you must be a good side. I have started Bonnie and Tyrese Dolan for this one. Both players still not 100% fit, but fit enough to certainly start the game. The longer the game goes, I might have to take one of them off. Morgan Gibbs-White just at the tip of the diamond. You've got Walter Berger in there. Daniel starts as well. Probably definitely the strongest possible team that I could have gone with in this game. And that's exactly what I have done. Kabayev is good in that left wing position for them. That is the player to watch out for. Popov at the back is a solid centre back as well. I mean, we will give it our all to of course, try to win this game. But it is one of those, isn't it? It is one of those games where, I know the cliche, the first goal is really, really important. You think about the FA Cup finals against Liverpool. We didn't manage to get that first goal. The longer the game went, I felt more and more comfortable. But Liverpool scoring a really good goal. And I say really good goal, defensive error. Defense was in no man's land. And goalkeeper came out of his line, and Rodrigo just, headed that one home. We cannot afford to let the same thing repeat itself here again. Oh my God. They are playing some good football right now, They're playing some really, really good football, the Ukrainian side. He should have at least hit the target there, shouldn't he? Come on, Dimonde, Morgan Gibbs-White. I'm trying to get everyone to get a feel of the ball right now, to touch the ball and feel comfortable the longer the game goes on. Out wide, Lund Hansen gonna try and cross this one. And it's Morgan Gibbs-White making the run. The referee's giving a penalty. Oh my God. No way. It's Popov, the centre-back we talked about at the start. I'm not sure why this is a penalty. It's soft. Yes, there's a clash there. Both players trying to win the header. But it's soft. It's definitely a soft one. I tell you what, though, I'll take it. Morgan Gibbs-White will step up here. Should we go the top left-hand corner? Morgan Gibbs-White. Get it! Yes! I said how important the first goal is in this game. Yes, we were lucky to be given a penalty. But I tell you what, we cannot complain. We have got the first goal here. Pressure penalty. Probably the most pressured penalty we've had this season. And we've had quite a few penalties. You think about Brentford, where we got 2 penalties in that game, and Tyrese Dolan stepping up to convert both of them. But this is the most pressured penalty we have had this season. And of course, it's that man. It's that man, Morgan Gibbs-White, stepping up to put that one in. Out from the back here, that first goal is going to allow us to settle a lot more now. And that's comfortable, playing off from the back, over the top. Tyrese Dolan is never going to win that one. Morgan Gibbs-White keeps hold of the ball. Waiting for the run up, Wang Jae-won, we will get it. Wang Jae-won, cross, far post. Oh, there's Bonnie there. We have got the second. And just like that, it could be game over here already in the first half. 2-0 against Dinamo Kiev in an Europa League finals. That is an easy goal. Come on, defensively they should have done better there. The build-up was good from the back, sending the ball out wide to Wang Jae-won, who's picked up a few assists this season. When we signed him, we only had to work on his ability going forward. Defensively he's solid for us, but he needed to get better going forward. And I tell you what, we have seen him score a screamer this season. We've seen him pick up a few assists. Look at them bouncing off Bonnie there. We missed him against Liverpool, didn't we? We missed that partnership of Bonnie. We missed that partnership of Bonnie and Tyrese Dolan against Liverpool. But Morgan Gibbs-White weaving his way through there, just couldn't find the far corner. That could have been 3-0 already, Both Nene and Tyrese Dolan, they play better when they have got Bonnie with them. But maybe that's because both players are not natural strikers. They're more wingers that we have played up front in the last couple of seasons. And Bonnie is a player that gives us that something different a little bit. No, look at the space between the left centre-back yet again and the left back. For some reason, that position we have been exploited from that left-sided position a lot in the last 2 games. We saw Rodrigo score a similar goal. The left centre-back and the left back in no man's land, and they have created yet another chance like that. Guerrero, the goal scorer, he missed a big opportunity earlier on in the first half, and I've got to say, ever since then, we have been very comfortable in this game. Very, very comfortable. And now the scoreline looks a lot closer. Tashvili driving forward. Oh no, please don't send him off. Christopher Lund Hansen with the poor tackle there. I think it's only going to be a yellow card. We cannot afford to get a man sent off. It's only a yellow card, which is good. Come on, we've got set piece to defend here. We have defended this quite well this season. We conceded a few silly goals from set piece last season, but we have been much better this season. But maybe because we have got Wang Jae-won, who's a defender that's quite good at winning those sorts of set piece. Maybe. Come on, going into the second half here, we have got to improve. The first 5 to 10 minutes of the game, it was all Dinamo Kiev. They've started the second half exactly like the start of the first. Oh no, big opportunity there. It's a corner, good save from Bazunu. But yeah, other than that first 10 minutes, we then went on to dominate the next 25, 30 minutes of the game, only to concede a goal just before the end of the first half. Oh, this could be dangerous. The shot's blocked. And Guerrero again converts for them. This one we were a little bit unlucky. The initial shot, which we can see again, maybe it was blocked. This one, it was blocked, and it just fell kindly to him, and he was never gonna miss from there. Let's be honest. Unbelievable. You think about the amount of bodies, by the way, in the box for that game, the amount of bodies that we had in our box, and somehow that deflection, that block shot, only fell to Guerrero of all people in the box. It could have fell anywhere. It could have gone to anyone. We had about 8, 9 players in the box then, and they had about 2, 3 players, but it just fell to their player. You just know it would happen, don't you? Come on, we have, in terms of possession, chances created, it's been fairly even here for both teams as Tashvili drives forward. Oh, it's Don Koulibaly, the cross though. Abayev has managed to keep it in. Back to Guerrero. Don't let him turn. You cannot let him get a hat trick. He's managed to turn. Oh my God. 81 minutes into the game. If we concede a goal now, it's game over. Whoever scores now will go on to win the game. And it's looking like Dynamo Kiev at the moment. Substitution here of our own. Hannibal Meshbury replacing Jamonde. Nene replacing Bonnet. And Harrison Burrows replacing Lund Hansen for the remaining 9 minutes of this game, or 8 minutes of this game, and stoppage time. Come on. I'm trying to stay so focused right now. I thought the shot took a little bit of a deflection there, but it didn't. It is a goal kick for us. That Tashvili has been a handful from that Dynamo Kiev's right-hand side. He's managed to get Lund Hansen carded. One of the reasons that I've taken him off here. The last thing that we want to do is lose a player to a red card. Oh, here's a space for Tyrese Dolan. He skip passes, man. Tyrese Dolan, get in, get in, and that's why we have kept him on the pitch. That is why we have kept him on the pitch. He's absolutely knackered right now. I don't think he can carry on for another 10 minutes, but I had to make a decision. Should I take Bonnie off, or should I take Tyrese Dolan off? Our top scorer in our competition. Of course, I was always going to leave him on the pitch. I'll tell you what, though, if he never skipped past that defender there, it would have been a penalty and a red card for them. But I'd rather take the goal. A penalty doesn't mean you're guaranteed to score. I would much rather take the goal. Oh, what an end to this game if we can just hang on here. Tashvili out wide. Don't let him cross. Don't let him cross that ball. That's it. That's it, Burrows. It's a throw in 2 minutes of stoppage time here. I felt like there was going to be a little bit more maybe. But we are in front. We can't complain. Cross into the box. Oh, he's done so well there, Daniel, to win the header. And that's it. We are the Europa League winners this season. Unbelievable. I tell you what, though, my wish have sort of been answered. I mean, they say, sometimes they say, things that you say come to pass. Maybe if I've said I would much rather win the FA Cup and the Europa League, we might have gone on to win the FA Cup. But I did say I would much rather win the Europa League than the FA Cup. Don't get me wrong, I'd have loved to win both. But if I had to pick between one of them, it would have been the Europa League. And we have gone on to do it here. And what a game, though. 2-0 in the first 35 minutes and cruising. Dynamo Kiev pulled one back just before the end of the first half. They dominated most part of the second half. They couldn't score more than one. They brought it level to 2-0. 84 minutes into the game or so. Tyrese Dolan, magical finish. Morgan Gibbs-White with the assist as well. And let's not forget, he converted the penalty for us earlier on in the game. Both players I felt was spectacular in this game. Our best players, both players, I'm still not sure who have been the better player or the most impressive player this season. But I tell you what, both players have certainly been up there. And who else to get us through the line if not for those players combining? Bonnie have had a fantastic season as well. He was very quiet in this game. Did he win the penalty? Oh no, I think it was Morgan Gibbs-White that won the penalty as well. So Bonnie was very quiet in this game, which helped make my decision easier to take Bonnie off and rather than Tyrese Dolan. But what a game. What a fantastic victory. We are the Europa League winners. 1 out of 2 trophies picked off so far. Unfortunately, I'm still not happy that we lost the FA Cup finals, but it is what it is. Let's take a look as Manchester City played a game whilst we have been playing in the finals. They have played a game and it looks like they've only picked up a couple of points from those games. We were 3 or 4 points above them. That's a draw against Tottenham. I thought that was going to be a tough game for them against Tottenham. They've still got 1 game to go, and that game for them should be against West Ham. We have got Aston Villa, and that actually means if we should win our game against Villa, we have won the league. We only need if we win the game against Villa, we don't even need the last game against Everton, purely because Manchester City have dropped points in their game against Tottenham, which makes it fantastic for us. But you know what? It's 2 games to go. The fact that if we win our next game, we will be crowned Premier League champions. I think I will leave that one until the next episode. So this is going to be a nice and short episode where we have just played both finals, and that leaves us one more episode with 2 games to go to complete this season. What a season this has been for us. I mean, as much as I'm not happy not winning the FA Cup, I like the trophy that we have won. I would have much rather won the Europa League compared to the FA Cup. Not because I'm saying the FA Cup is more prestigious or anything, but purely because we have won the FA Cup last season, and it makes sense for us to win a trophy that we haven't won before. But 23 goals for Rodrigo in 37 appearances. Jeremy Doku not far behind, 21 goals. The race for the Golden Boots might be interesting. Darwin Núñez and 21 goals as well. The closest player we have there is Cyrus Dolan with 17 goals. He'll have to score 6 or 7 goals in his next couple of games to stand a chance of winning the Golden Boots, which it's not going to happen, let's be honest. We've got Yohan Boni in there as well. Nene, we've got 3 players in the top 20. Nene with 14, Yohan Boni with 15, and Tyrese Dolan with 17. And Boniface of Villa with 13. Of course, we're facing Aston Villa next. So that's a player that we might need to keep quiet. And Jack Grealish in the top 20, which is a surprise, with 11 goals in 33 appearances. But smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new to it. And I'll see you all in the season finale in the next one.